Hey guys, it's Vertus back here with the second part of the Patton review, and this part only has 2 gameplays, and unfortunately they are both massive heartbreakers where, well, defeat was snatched from the jaws of victory. In this first game I'm playing Winter Malanovka, I'm playing with RNGesus, and I tell my team to go windmill everybody. Now, looking at the team composition, it is looking pretty good as the IS-4 as well as the Patton are pretty good at the windmill, and the U-100, if he knows how to angle his turret, will do very well there as well. Unfortunately, our U-100 does have the stock gun, however. The only threat on the enemy team that I see as of right now is their IS-7, which can be an absolute beast at the windmill, and if he can get hold down before our team gets there and gets in that spot first, he can tear up our entire team, and that does not matter what kind of guns we have because, well, they won't be able to penetrate the IS-7's turret. Now, I'm going to move up into the windmill here. I'm hoping to at least spot some targets before they make it all the way up to the windmill, as the Patton is a relatively fast tank. However, the enemy team do have an object on 40, and if he gets there first, that could cause a little bit of problems. But luckily, I get here first, and all I spot is an IS-8. My first shot taken was quite poor, but I did not have a lot of time. I had to make the snapshot there because my cupola was on my right, which means if I hang on there for too long, the enemy team, in case they have snipers, will have time to aim for my cupola and possibly hit me. Now, this object that's honestly a terrible spot, and I don't think any tank should really go there, because you have to overexpose yourself so much doing that, and as you can see, that object is just getting torn up to put one shot into the IS-8, and I think he fired HE there as well because it didn't do a lot of damage at all. So we traded an IS-8 for an Object 704, but I'm telling my team to not poke out, but unfortunately they are not listening, and the KV-4 has already gone too far. The E-75 is going way too far, and I know they have snipers because they have an Object as well as an ISU, and look at that E-75, he's just getting torn up from all the campers, and the Jaeger is doing the same thing, and this is such a disaster right now. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about it because if I go with them, that means I get shot as well. The ISU finishes off our E-75, and we are down one tank already. Now, I see the Patton behind us on our flank, and I have to kill this guy. The T-54 appears there as well. My first shot goes in, and I want to stay a little bit further away from the edge so I do not get sniped from the object or the ISU. Fortunately, this Patton is playing quite well and hitting all the shots on the E-100. Now, I should have really taken the shot there as I really had the time, but I did not. I'm going to wait for the Patton to poke out once more, but RNGesus gets in my shot there, but that's no problem. He's rushing in, and what that gives me is just barely not enough time to get the shot off. Now, the E-100 thought he blocked me. I guess, I don't know. I don't think he blocked me, but he was in front of my shot sometimes, so I said affirmative. And he said, my bad. He was a nice guy. I appreciate that. While RNGesus is dealing with the Patton, I know there's a T-54 back here somewhere, so I want to kill him. However, I didn't see him, so I'm going to circle back around and start putting shots in the Patton as well. Now, I see the IS-7 is on the hill, and I don't want to get shot, and the T-54 is getting away. I put the kill into the Patton, as, well, one less gun is a good thing, and the T-54 is running off in the swamp, and he is not a threat at the moment. However, unfortunately, the IS-7 that was on the hill finished off RNGesus and the IS-4. So, no target spotted yet, and the only thing I can confirm is that there's a T-54 out in the field. And the object and the IS-7 are both in very powerful spots. I get to put one shot into the IS-7, tracking him. However, he does use his repair kit, and now I'm spotted here. I'm going to pop back into safe cover because, well, I don't want to get sniped by 2 BL-10s. That would hurt a hell of a lot. And fortunately, our Jagdpanzer 100 puts a really nice shot into the Object 140 before he goes down, and that was a good last stand. Now, the Z-100 is caught in a massive crossfire, and I would love to support him, but unfortunately I can't, as he is in the middle of 4 tanks, and if I helped him, I would die as well. Now, the Object makes the incorrect play by coming down to the hill, and That gives me just enough time to snapshot and kill him. Now, I'm going to get off this hill because I don't want to get sniped by the IS-7, and I just want to hunt down this TV-4 just to get rid of that gun. That was a really lucky snapshot there into the cheeks of the TV-4 turret. Now, this gun's accuracy is not fantastic, and hitting that was quite lucky. Now, I don't know what the KB-4 is doing, but he isn't supporting the E-100 whatsoever, and our E-100 goes down. Now, I killed the T-54, and now it is just the KB-4 and me against 3 enemy tanks. Now, the IS-7, I think, was almost full health. I was the one that put one shot into him against the object as well as the ISU. Now, our KB-4 goes down, and that gives me a chance for a Kolobanov's medal. Now, I want to shoot the low health target first, and that is the object. I gained adrenaline because I need to kill these guys fast, and fortunately, the ISU bounces a shot. I guess he hits my manlet or my side. Now, I have to go around the ISU here before he reloads. Now, I have to get around this quick because I know the IS-7's right behind him, and unfortunately, I do take a hit from the IS-7. I take out the ISU, and the IS-7 is rushing in fast. What I should have done here is immediately loaded heat, but I get lucky with my first shot, and that does go through. I really should be loading heat here, but unfortunately, I searched for the shot. I should not have taken that. That was a massive mistake from me. I loaded heat here to make sure my next one goes in. Unfortunately, my driver dies, and I'm tracked, and the IS-7 does ram me to death. Oh my gosh, this was one of the most frustrating games of, well, since I got this Patton, because I still have not gotten my ace tanker in it yet, and this game certainly would have been Kolobanov's medal, 6k damage, but unfortunately that is not to be, and I do die. Now the next game here is on Middleburg. Everybody rushes up the hill, and I'm platooned with my good friend Sup Royce. Now he just got yellowed by a Patton, and now Royce is very, very low on health, and there's another T-54 who has a hard-on for Royce now. I'm going to put as much damage as I can into that T-54, but unfortunately, the T-54 puts a really, really lucky snapshot there and killing Royce. Now, I don't know why my team aren't up at the hill yet, but I'm just going to have to hold it out. That was a really lucky snapshot on the IS-7. As you can see, the Patton's armor is quite troll, and the side armor is actually really, really, really troll. As you can see me bounce, there's 2 shots from a T-54 that I bounced with my side, and I'm going to track this T-54 just so my team can put in some damage. I don't know where that 170 came from, though. Maybe, I really hope somebody on my team is not just shooting HE, because, well, that probably is one of the reasons why we lost this game. Spoilers, but hey. So, this position on Middleburg is probably one of the most powerful positions on the hill. You can pop back in and out, and the enemy have very, very little time to aim at you, and with a turret like the Pattons, where the only weak spot is the cupola, and you're moving back and forth where your cupola is constantly moving, it's extremely hard to hit this thing. So, the enemies have pretty much given up on hitting me. Now, there is 3 bounces off the amazingly troll IS-7 side armor. Soon enough, I will be switching to heat, but a few more goes in. Unfortunately, our T-54 there YOLOs just to get one more shot off on the enemy T-54. And pretty much my only support there, that E-100 has died. I think he was the one shooting only HE. Now, I don't know what this E-75 is doing, but he doesn't do anything, and we have an AFK. Actually, he is an AFK, since looking on the minimap, that Carnarvon has moved, but he is not doing anything. Now, I'm on relatively low health here against an almost full health IS-7, a completely full health Centurion 7-1, and I see the Centurion is doing the right thing by rushing me, and the T-54 is thinking about doing the same thing, but he fails at driving. Now, I put 1 shot into the Centurion, he ammo racks me, I put 2 shots in the Centurion, and I'm yelling for help here, as I really need some help dealing with the Centurion. And unfortunately, my next shot goes into his tracks, and I go down. Oh my god. I still do not believe how this has happened. If this E-75 had pushed up and taken some shots from the Centurion for me, we possibly could have won this game. But instead, this E-75 does literally nothing. The Carnarvon sits in base, and he is not AFK, and our E-100 fired only HE. This is the kind of teams that really, really, really make me mad. I mean, I was there shooting people nonstop. I'd never stopped firing my gun for like a solid 2 to 3 minutes there, but I guess it really wasn't enough. I mean, I did make some mistakes as well. Granted that, well, I did miss a few shots in the IS-7, and I got a bit unlucky with my side balances. As you can see, just as the battle is about to end, the Carnarvon comes around, and he is now just strolling up the hill. And what is this Carnarvon going to do against an IS-7, a Centurion, and a T-54? Well, literally nothing. Oh my god. This was I mean, these two games I had on the same day, and as you can imagine, I was pretty much ready to sell this tank because I was so mad. But, I really do love playing this thing, and it's probably one of the most versatile tanks I've played in a very long time. But unfortunately, I just get pretty unlucky with teams, and sometimes, just like that Winter Malinowska game, my driver dies, so that does not allow me to circle the IS-7, and I do die because I didn't switch to heat as well. So, I mean, those are some personal mistakes there, but honestly, if I'm doing almost 6,000 damage in a game, I mean, my team should be easily winning because one person doing 6,000 damage, that's about 3 total enemy tanks to 1 of my tanks. So, I mean, if the team were all pulling their weight, we should have won that, but unfortunately they didn't. And the enemy team's IS-7, Vector, he did a nice job there, 4k damage, and his armor really held up there. 11 shots received and only 4 penetrated him. That's insane. Well, that is the IS-7 armor, so, well, those are the games. Hope you guys enjoy this review, and hopefully I will have an FE4202 gameplay review coming up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.